energy. Wow. I think Frankfurt Middle School's here. Richardson West. Reagan. Yeah? Those are my friends. Those are my special friends. Today, I'm going to talk to you about working hard, just like Desiree said. But I want to see a show of hands first. I'd like to hear, or see a show of hands, how many of you in the audience have been told that you're not working up to your potential? Oh, that's more than I thought. Okay, hands down. How many of you have heard you're not trying hard enough? Oh, okay, even more. Okay, we all have to hear that. And I know for me, when I was your age, it was a really tough thing for me to hear because I thought I was really, really trying, right? So what we're going to do today is go back in time a little bit to figure out how I stopped feeling like such a loser every time I heard those words, okay? And some of this stuff is stuff I haven't shared with anybody, so you guys are in on a secret about me, all right? All right. I am the daughter of immigrants, which means that my family came to this country, my parents came to this country because they wanted something different. My family's from Haiti, which is a little country in the Caribbean. If you go to Florida and go about an hour south, it's not too far from Jamaica and Cuba. It's a poor country, but beautiful. My mother got to wake up to this scene every morning, but she decided she wanted something different, so she left. My father left, I think, for this guy. This is my grandfather. As you can tell, he wasn't the happiest man on the planet. My father was the 15th son of 16 boys, okay? So that's why he looks that way. My first experience at work ethic was from this man. When I was in, I'd say 6th or 7th grade, he came to visit, and my job was to make a green salad. Well, I don't like being in the kitchen. I don't like cooking. So I decided to get this head of lettuce. I would take the leaves off and put them in the bowls. Don't cut them up. There you go, salad, okay? My grandfather wore dentures, didn't have enough glue. You add big sheafs of lettuce to that, and it's a bad scene. So my grandfather got up, took me by the ear, took me to the kitchen, and taught me for about an hour and a half how to cut lettuce into little 3-inch by 3-inch squares. And at that time, he explained to me that when you get assigned a job, you have to do it right the first time, okay? Don't do it just to get somebody to get off your back or to get them to stop talking to you. You got to do it right the first time. My father was a hard worker. Both my parents were. And our first house was a little house, and my dad used to take care of it every Saturday, out there mowing the lawn, painting the gutters, flower beds. All of this had to be really, really nice. His kids, on the other hand, we were inside every Saturday because it was housekeeping day on Saturdays. And we would come up with really creative ways to find shortcuts to doing the work. Our favorite was vacuuming. We hated to vacuum. The vacuum weighed about 30 pounds, and we had to drag it up and downstairs and everything else. So what we did instead is we took a hanger and dragged it across the carpet. Because you know what? A hanger looks like the vacuum. And then we got smart and started turning on the vacuum and just let it run while we did that for about an hour. That took more time than anything else. My parents used to like to make us feel bad because they used to talk about the kids back in Haiti, how they had to go uphill both ways to school. It was horrible, no air conditioning, no hot lunch, no TV. And we never believed them until we actually made a trip out there. And we found out, yes, there are hills, both ways to school. This was taken with a telephoto lens of kids walking to school one morning, okay? We actually went and visited a classroom, and this is what the classroom looked like. So we said, ooh, yeah, you know what? We're going to start trying harder. We're gonna work and make sure that we do everything we can so that we don't have to go spend the summer there, okay? So this was me. I wasn't popular. The pink flower in my hair, I think I yanked it off our kitchen table. I looked like a dork. I don't wear my glasses anymore because you can tell why. But I decided I was going to work hard, okay, at least for a minute. Report card day. This is my 8th grade report card. My mother kept it. She kept it because, if you notice, I was a straight-A student. And this is back in the day when teachers used to actually handwrite your report card out, all right? I decided I didn't like getting 2s, which was the equivalent of a B. So I decided I was going to change it. And if you notice, I didn't match the pen. Sister Julianne used a fine point pen. I went and got a felt tip, okay? Now, when you're in 8th grade, you decide that I'm going to take care of this by ignoring it. So I folded it up, and I decided to hide it. Only problem is my brothers go to the same school, so I had to get them to hide theirs too, which meant bribes, threats, broken toys, and everything else, right? That lasted for about 2 weeks. And I was great, having a great time. Everybody forgot about it. I'm cool. Yeah, report cards? Yeah, I got straight A's, Dad. I'm good. So one day I'm out there on the playground hanging out with my girls, and I look over in the parking lot, and there's my dad's car leaving the parking lot. I threw up because I knew the jig was up. And you know what? I got in trouble, not for changing the grade, allegedly. I got in trouble for lying and getting my brothers dragged into that too. Because your parents don't want you to tattle, they want you to have the sense of, honor that you're going to stand up and be honest about what it is that you did. But the fact that I drug my brothers into it made it even worse. This is me and my kid brother, one of them, Ron. And Ron and I were very close. We got into a lot of trouble together. And he was very different from me, okay? He's real outgoing, had lots of friends, he was cool. I had the plastic flowers in my hair and the big glasses, all right? But one of the things that we had for each other was competition. And that's something that all of you need to find, is something that pushes you a little further, a little harder each time. Now, back then, my brother had braces, buck teeth, he had asthma, and I think one lazy eye. And I'm hoping he's not watching this. But now, his face is plastered on billboards in LA. He's the CIO and vice president for Toyota. He's cool, he's popular, and you know what? That competition has moved from jealousy and anger to I'm so proud of you. And we continue to push ourselves a little further each time, even though we're a lot older. Everything that you're doing is not going to be easy, but you're going to be able to do it. And one of the things my brother and I always were able to talk about is doing some things that were beneath you. My brother started at Toyota 20 some odd years ago at the call center, answering phone calls, getting coffee, that type of thing. But we pushed ourselves. And a lot of us that work in what's called nonprofit, we don't do it for the money, we don't do it for the fame, and we also know that the big title after your name isn't what's going to protect you from cleaning out the refrigerator or changing the toner in the copy machine. Arrogance is sometimes what's going to be hard for you because you think you're better than things sometimes. Let me tell you a quick story about that. So while you're dating, you come to a point in a relationship where you decide to cook for someone. And I've always been an awesome cook, right? I have recipe books, I have cute little aprons, I have all these tools and gadgets in my kitchen with lots of buttons and blah, blah. I'm an awesome cook, right? So I invite this person over, we're sitting down, we're having dinner, everything's great, I'm so charming. And at one point through the meal, he pushes his plate away and he says, I can't eat this. And I'm thinking, oh, it's because, it's so good that it's ruining your workouts. I get it, it's all right, I'll get you some water or something. And he says, no, it's actually pretty bad. And I got angry. I was like, how dare he? Does he not know who he's talking to? I have stuff in my kitchen. I'm still wearing the apron. And you know what I realized? That I have all these wonderful friends and family who never wanted to hurt my feelings, so they just kept gassing my head up and telling me how awesome I was, right? But no one really wanted to say, you had too much salt, or it doesn't taste good, or it's too sweet, or it's flat, or it's actually disgusting, Judith. Please, give me something else, right? So now, later, my kids know that when dinner's really, really good, he did it. Dad did it, okay? I get compliments instead for pouring the juice into the cups and putting the forks and knives where they belong. So what is this about? This is about surrounding yourself with people that are better than you, that are stronger than you, that are smarter than you, that push you. Not surrounding yourselves with people that are going to gas your head up and tell you how awesome you are. You want someone, when you guys are going out and hanging out and you smell like a goat, that they can actually say, hey, dude, you got to put some deodorant on, some Axe, something, because that ain't working, all right? Every now and again, you do need that friend that's going to make you feel better and tell you everything's awesome, but make sure you kind of find that balance and surround yourself with people that will be honest as well, all right? When you find that, that's what's going to help push you to your next level, to make you that success. All you need to do is be honest with yourself and drive yourselves forward. Thank you.